It's great to see you, Coach Nichols, coming in from Radford, and it's great to have the Explorers in the house. Before we do anything, I think you guys have the best motto in the Atlantic 10, because when I was reading it, I instantly was like, yeah, this is going to work. Rebound that.
John.
Rebound that.
John. Sure.
How many times have you heard that?
A lot of times. Too many.
Yeah.
Where's it come from?
So, obviously I'm not from Philly, but I've recruited guys from the area, and you always hear them saying. And I was walking, I was coming from the grocery store, and I saw this lady. She had a T-shirt on that said Nurse John, and I was like, you know what? I said my teams are always top in the country at rebounding the ball. Like, if you want your guys to really embrace something, you got to brand it as well, and that's who we've been. We've been one of the best rebounding teams, offense rebounding teams. We recruit to it. So I said, okay, let's involve a little Philadelphia slang in there. So then that's how we came up with it.
Jerome, grab the chain right over there, the necklace.
Oh, here we go.
Show them this. Talk to me about this.
Put it on, man.
Now that is awesome. That is awesome. So, okay, what was the process of getting this made? Staff member, hey, we got to get this done.
Director of marketing, Max, got it done. We got it. I think it was on Amazon. We got it or something. I don't know. We got it. It was a 2-day delivery. So,
does everyone have one?
Day.
Does everyone have one, or do you earn that?
No, everybody does a rebound.
Yeah.
Guys rebound.
You have to earn it.
Rebound the ball.
Yeah, we don't just give out turnover belts or chains when somebody.
That's what I was asking.
I mean,
so how do you earn that thing, Jerome?
This is just rebounding. You got to be effortless on the board. You just got to rebound each and every day, and we got a shirt rebound that joint, so you can get that or rock the chain.
So if he's wearing that right now, has he ever earned that thing in practice?
He's been rebounding at a high level lately. At first, we had to get on him a little bit, but lately. But Bru's a big time athlete, and I think the underrated part of his game could be attacking the offensive glass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we tell our guys, like, the best time to be selfish is on the glass. So, we don't want our guys to be selfish, but that's the area I want you to be selfish.
So you're from Camden,
New Jersey,
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you are, for people that don't know, Camden is right across the river from Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
You're basically coming back home for your last year of college, correct?
No, I got another year after
this. You got another year after this.
Yep.
So you're coming back home to play your junior season here at Salle. What does it mean to be back here in the Philadelphia area, to be back here at home? Your family's going to be able to come to see your games.
It means everything. Being back home, definitely playing in the A-10 at LaSalle University. They always recruited me coming out of high school, and, coming here with Coach Darius. He had a great plan for me, and I was very excited. It's basically like a no-brainer, coming back home. And my family will be able to come to the games like that. I'm big on that, and just my family and them just coming to the game, supporting me, and I'm just looking forward to it. And I know it's going to be a great season ahead at LaSalle University. Sure.
In Philadelphia, I mean, you got Red October coming up. The Eagles are coming off of a Super Bowl, right? You got the Sixers and Joel and Tyrese Maxey. The Flyers, maybe one day they'll actually be good again. I don't think it's ever going to happen. And there's 5 other Division I programs in the city for basketball alone, and that's to say nothing of Penn State and everyone that pays attention to that. How do you make LaSalle cut through all of that to be able to kind of be a program that is something that's more than just, a footnote in the sports fabric? I
think the biggest thing is the product you put on the floor. A lot of people talk about wins and losses first, but I think, me getting the job, I really wanted our teams to match the DNA of the city. And, obviously I'm from Radford, Virginia. Our teams play really, really hard. But playing in the Big East, you run into those Philadelphia guards and, running into guys from this area every time, but you knew what you was going up against. So, and
give the viewers a taste. I mean, when you were in the Big East, who were you going up against?
I mean, at that time you had, Louisville in there, with
Syracuse, Georgetown,
Notre Dame was in there then. I'm trying to think of the teams that left that.
Right.
But I mean, it was a battle every night. The first team, 62 points, won the game. So my thought process is the people of Philadelphia, the people of, especially North Philly, we gotta match that same kind of identity. And our teams have always done that. So I'm excited, to put the product on the floor.
Fanta, do you know who he played with at West Virginia?
I think I do.
Deshaun Butler. Did you know
Butler,
that the field of 68
you got some
after
stories
dark
about Deshaun Butler,
doesn't
I'm sure.
exist without Deshaun
Really?
Butler? When we first started this,
we have Deshaun Butler's cousin on our team now.
Do you?
Damon Strand.
Is he better than Deshaun? Because that's a low bar to clear. That's a low bar to clear.
Deshaun was a goon, man.
We used to have a podcast called Doster, Deshaun, and Phantom.
Yeah,
that's a true story.
Deshaun Butler. I mean,
I didn't know that.
And he was so good at it that he decided to get into coaching.
Yeah.
Deshaun Butler on the floor, Madison Square Garden, Big East tournament, West Virginia. I mean, there's some. I know how much you had to enjoy your time. Being in Pittsburgh, the Mountaineers get the best of the Panthers, right? Pittsburgh's another former Big East team, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about the Jadens, okay? Jaden Johnson, Jaden Marshall. I'm going to get your thoughts on somebody, but when you think about these guys as well as Grullen, as well on your perimeter, what do you make of where your guard play can be?
Our guard play and the way we recruit to what's important to us. So fouls drawn, we was 20th in the country at, getting to the free throw line. So you look at, Jaden Johnson's numbers, especially as a freshman, played 35 minutes, a game. I think he finished with 135 assists. A guy that can really find open teammates. And you look at Jay Marsh, Jay Marsh did a really good job in Niagara in limited minutes of getting to the free throw line and shooting a high percentage from three. So a lot of times people look at, points per game and say, okay, well, this isn't great, but what are they nationally ranked at?
Is that as simple as you're looking at tape of guys, but you're pulling right up, fouls drawn and seeing?
For sure. Because you think about,
we don't hear coaches always say that as the first thing that they're looking at.
And you think about it as, we like to wear teams out. We like to play a lot of guys. And when you draw a lot of fouls, what does that do? The refs even the game out.
Yeah.
So now they get their guys in foul trouble, and we're trying to wear teams down. But, that's a really important stat to us, because when you're in the game and you go on the scoring drought, if you're in the bonus, at least you can rack up points at that free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So that's a big stat for us.
So, Jerome, I was texting with one of your assistants, Safet, and I was asking him just who do we need to talk about, and all he said, or who do we need to ask these guys about, and all he said was Rob Dockery, stud. Talk to me about Rob. Talk to me about what you've seen out of him. He was at Texas A&M for a couple of years, transferred, was a red shirt.
Yeah, Rob Dockery. He like you said, he a stud, man. He could do a lot on the floor. He rebounded well. He pushed the ball well in transition. He got a lot of things in his game that's gonna help us this year at LaSalle. So he a leader as well. Like sometimes we gotta talk to him, get him started here and there. But I feel like he's gonna be a great piece for us this year at LaSalle, and I'm excited for him. Excited for all the guys.
How about Josiah Harris?
Josiah Harris, my guy right there.
Did you see his face light up?
He wears that. You guys go back and forth with the chain.
We go back and forth for sure. He's an exciting piece for us as well. He bring the injury each and every day. He hold guys accountable. He just do the little things that a lot of people just not willing to do on the glass, just overall playing basketball at LaSalle. And like I said, I'm excited for him as well. I'm excited for all the guys, and I just know if he keep doing what he's been doing lately, it's going to be an exciting year for him.
Yeah. So we mentioned Deshaun. Mm-hmm. He's not the only big name that was kind of in that locker room when you were at West Virginia. John Beilein was the coach when you got there. Bob Huggins was the coach when you left. You were teammates with Joe Mazzulla, who head coach of the Celtics now, and Mike Gansey, who is GM of the Cavs.
Yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers. Very good friend of mine.
Cleveland fan over here. I'm not afraid to say this, a generational level of basketball IQ that was in that locker room when you were at West Virginia. What did you take away from that experience?
The biggest thing I took away is that, Beilein recruited guys with high basketball IQ. Like, that was a big thing for him. But the biggest thing, and I try to tell my guys, like, we were good because we were close and we connected. Like, those teams were the most connected teams I've ever been around. And a lot of times we weren't the most talented. But you look at us now and the success, like, we were good players, but we were better teammates. So that's why you see the success that we're having, after the ball stopped bouncing. But we're still in a group chat to this day. We communicate. So that's how close we were. We still talk to this day. So it's no surprise why guys that, I play with are having the success they're having.
What was the craziest terminology thing that John be like? Because he calls some things
I would say the craziest was peekaboo. Our backdoor cuts were called peekaboo or gotcha. And we would say, hey, let's run a got you, like if it's a bad defender. And we just say got you, like as soon as we get them. So, a lot of people didn't really realize, like, Beeline would talk trash too. So, some of his play calls were going at bad defenders.
I got one for you. The first college basketball game I ever attended, you appeared in. March 19th,
I see it right there.
2005. It is the Albuquerque Regional in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Wolstein Center with the old Viking at center court.
Yeah.
Ian Eagle called the game. Double overtime game.
Mm-hmm.
Wake Forest had one. Chris Paul.
Oh, for sure.
They had Chris Paul. But West Virginia had Mike Gansey and one Kevin Pittsnoggle.
Yeah.
Final score 111 to 105. The game,
a lot of points,
the game was in
Coach.
double overtime. And here's my memory, because I was 9 years old. I was 9 years old. I looked around at the end of the game when it was a double OT. I don't know if it was a game it was a Saturday night, I want to say.
Okay.
And the game went so long. It started late. There were people asleep in the stands. There were people. Was that as wild a game as you've ever been a part of? That was insane.
For sure. It was crazy. And, I was a freshman. So I'm sitting over there, and obviously going to 3 overtimes, like guys start getting in foul trouble. So I'm sitting over there for most of the game. And, you sitting on the bench, I tell guys, you over there trying to get loose, like, coach is going to call my name. And I'm watching Chris Paul come down the floor like 1,000 miles per hour. And I'm like, ain't no way I can go in there to stiff sitting over here for all these minutes and, pick him up at half court, slow him down. And, he ended up getting in foul trouble, fouling out. And so I didn't have to guard him that long. So we were good.
So we talked a little bit about Jerome coming home. Your last job was home for you, right? You're from Radford.
Right.
You were head coach at Radford, and you decided that LaSalle was the spot that you were going to leave home for. Why?
I think the biggest thing for me was I feel like, Radford is home, but I've been so many places, like sometimes home is where the ball bounces.
Mm-hmm.
And just when I went through the interview process and meeting, the admin, meeting, Ash Puri, our athletic director, meeting Dan Allen, our president, I felt like, okay, a lot of people say, well, LaSalle's a hard job. It's this, it's that. I think that you win with people, and those two have a great vision for where they want not only basketball, but the school and athletics to go. So I felt alignment with those two. So to me, it was a no-brainer. I didn't need to see campus. I want the job.
Rapid fire to close here. 30 seconds. 3 artists on your pregame playlist.
3 artists. I got G Herbo, Core, that's a Philly artist, and Meek.
When you were playing, the 3 artists on your pregame playlist.
You got Jeezy. You got Jay-Z.
Oh.
And then hold on. Let me think.
Talk to me.
Let me think.
Talk
Give
to
me time, bro. I got to go back.
We're getting old, man.
I know. It was a whole bunch of Jeezy.
You remember what you were listening to? 05, 06?
A lot of Jeezy.
What you know about that Nas?
Nah, I wasn't Nas on there. Jay-Z won the battle. I would go 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
He wasn't 2 Chainz then, though.
He's
Titty Boy now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you know he played basketball in college?
Oh, yeah.
They played at Alabama State.
He was good, too.
Yeah.
The other one I like to ask, who would play you in a movie or show?
Who would play me?
Yeah.
Not sure. Tough one. I don't know.
Coach?
I'm not sure.
Shoot for the stars. I'm going Denzel.
That's how we're closing out right there. That's how we're closing out right there. Darius Nichols and Jerome Brewer, we are excited for a new era of LaSalle Explorers basketball. Fellas, thank you. Good luck this season.
Appreciate it.
Yep.